Hi, I'm here to introduce you to someone that has been shining a light on some things that are pretty dark, even here in our community, but they are bringing the light to that as well. So today we're here with Suze at Reclaiming Hope right here in Colorado Springs. And I'm so excited to meet with Suze here. Our team's volunteering to help do some things for him here, and I'll let her explain kind of what they do. But really, it's shining a light on human sex trafficking. It's been going on right here in our backyard in Colorado Springs, and I'm not going to get into the numbers or the details because Suze has them all memorized because she lives this every day. So tell us, Suze, we're so grateful to have the opportunity to come serve today, to come work with you.
Thank you.
We are a supporter of your organization, not just on the ground, but also financially. And just wanted you to let our audience know out there what is it that you do, and then kind of tell us how it got started. Tell us what your role is, and then finally, what is the greatest need for your organization with our community here? How can they help out? So I'm just going to turn it over to you.
Thank you. Welcome to Reclaiming Hope. Up until a year ago, we were known as Restore Innocence. And our vision mission has remained pretty much the same, caring for survivors of sex trafficking. Now, I know sex trafficking is something most people don't want to admit is right here, but it is in Colorado Springs. It is in Colorado. It is across the U.S. It is around the world. It happens in your neighborhood and mine. An example, we have women that we walk with who were trafficked by their own families right here in Colorado Springs. Now they're adults, they're still dealing with the trauma involved in having been trafficked by their own families growing up. We have a task force in Colorado Springs in the police department. We have a victim advocate with the FBI living here because it happens here. What can you do about it? You can come walk with us in some way. We have two primary programs. The one, we are here in our warehouse today. Maybe you can see a few of our hoodies here. Since our beginning about 12 years ago, we have worked with FBI victim specialists and found that when law enforcement go to recover a victim, that victim's clothing is taken for DNA testing, but our law enforcement do not have a budget to reclothe people. And typically, the only clothes they own are the ones they have on when they are rescued. So we, through the help of people like you in our community, we put together backpacks. They include not only hoodies, fleece blankets, they include t-shirts, athletic pants for adult, shoes, socks, underwear, a full hygiene kit that includes 16 different items, and always a stuffed animal coming out of the top. They include journals and activity items for survivors. We pre-position these all across the nation, not just Colorado Springs.
That's amazing.
That is why today we can say we have shipped out over 926 of these backpacks so far this year. As we speak, we had just gotten an order this morning from another group out on the West Coast asking for over 20 additional bags. So we know we're going to end the year closer to 1,000 bags that we will have shipped.
Wow.
Our group today is helping to volunteer with us because we constantly need volunteers to help us build the bags. I am part-time. I'll go full-time in January. I have 3 part-time staff members. Everything else we do is done with volunteers. So we need help doing things. We have some regulars who've helped us really find a system and how to do this most effectively. So today, how many bags has your group put together so far?
So far, I believe 20.
20 backpacks.
Yeah.
That means they're ready to go when we get an order. These will go into the hands of people like the U.S. Marshals up in Aurora in November contacted us. They were doing their first ever trafficking operation. In the first day, they located 11 missing kids. we provided bags for them to use for those kids who had been kept, kidnapped, trafficked, whatever. And that gives that person a new start. Our items are all brand new because we want to communicate that victim, that survivor, has dignity and worth, and they are worthy of new clothing.
That's important.
We do 14 sizes. We begin at size 2T all the way through adult 2XL.
Wow.
It's shocking, isn't it?
2T?
2T. We do 14 sizes. Each size, we do a female, a male, and a universal version. So we, here in our little warehouse, come up with 42 different versions of bags that law enforcement can order from us.
Wow. I mean, that makes me want to go home and hug my kids and protect them even more. 2 years old, and that's just ridiculous.
We actually occasionally get requests for even smaller than that. It's a sad, broken world out there, but through our program, every one of you can do something positive against trafficking by helping us come up with the items we need. Those 900 plus backpacks that we have shipped this year represent over 30,000 items that have gone in and out of our warehouse this year at no cost to law enforcement. We also give them to local CSPD, to Department of Human Services, to anyone who is on that cutting edge of working directly with someone ready to get out of the life or longing to get out of the life.
So it sounds like there's not a lot of other places across the country that do this. Are you aware of any other organizations that do something similar, or is there not that many?
We are the only ones that the FBI officially works with. It's a non-governmental organization. We have this fall learned of 2 of their citizens academies within the FBI. Their alumni had started putting bags together because they didn't know about us. And the need is so critical that there be something to give hope. We not only do the bag program, our secondary program has to do with women locally who have come out of the life, is how they refer to it. They don't like to think of themselves as previously trafficked or a victim. It's a trauma-informed way of adopting their language to say they're survivors, they have come out of the life, and we want to help to keep them out of the life. We actually do lease 2 apartments for women who cannot afford market rate, and they're able to stay somewhere safe. We've had a woman before in one of our apartments who had previously been staying in a 5-by-5 storage unit.
Wow.
So to put her into an apartment where she could bathe and cook was revolutionary for her. We have a woman in one of the apartments who is in her 50s. She's given me permission to tell part of her story. She was trafficked by her own family, and she was a victim of satanic ritual abuse. It took her entire adult life until her 50s before she was ready to begin healing from that. She was trying to escape it and use addictions to try to numb herself. Now she is healing. She is living in one of our apartments. She previously had never had a plan for her future. Her plan was suicide. She had 12 serious suicide attempts before joining with us and others. She is in intensive therapy. She's getting the help she needs, and she's planning for her future now.
That's great.
Because people in our community stepped up and said, I can help contribute to that. I can help make a difference for someone who is broken and traumatized, and we can help change the direction of their future.
So, Suze, we were talking the other day, and it sounded like there was a greater vision to grow that side of the program as well. Tell me just a little bit about that.
We would love to be able to open up more apartments. We as an organization have taken the stance of never taking on debt. We did it early on in our history, and that was a mistake for us. So we are debt free, and that means my board requires that we collect the donations up front before we sign a lease, so that if those women can't pay a penny, we will not let down the landlords. Right now we have 2 apartments. Yes, we would love to open up another 1 to 2. We're taking it slow. The need is great. Across the nation, the need is overwhelming, but we're addressing it one step at a time. We don't want to promise the women something we can't deliver. They have been abandoned too often in life. So we want to make certain we can fulfill our promise to them. When we say we move them into one of our apartments, they pay a third of what they earn, and we're paying the balance so they can be safe and go on that healing journey. We walk with other women in the community as well. Women who have come out of trafficking and are trying to figure out how to do life and feel like they're doing it successfully. I have had women in the past live in my home who had been trafficked, and I was amazed at the very simple life skills some of them were missing. That's why we partner them with a woman from our community who has been trained to understand a little bit about trauma-informed care. We have a full day of training after going through interviews and all, and then once we've approved someone, we require them to attend monthly meetings where we continue training them and equipping them. Our staff is here to help support those women and equip them. I've been involved with this ministry, with this nonprofit, for almost 5 years. My first steps were as a board member. And I was on the board when we came to a pivot point, and the board asked me to step into the role of executive director. It's my privilege to work with the staff and equip them. Equip them and our volunteers to make a difference right here in Colorado Springs through our Survivor Care Program and nationally through our Hope Bag program.
Wow, you are an angel. Thank you so much for doing this, and I'm glad we're able to help get the word out. So please, if you feel called after watching this video to help, I'm sure there's many ways you can contribute. What's the best way? Do you have a website or a phone number?
We have a website. It's reclaiming-hope.org. And I'll tell you, our most critical need right now, because it's end of year, groups have done donation drives. Our shelves are fuller than they have been all year, and we're starting to rebuild bags. Our need is for gift cards.
Okay.
$20, $25 units, gift cards from Walmart, from King Soopers, from Safeway. Those are the ones most requested and needed. We occasionally do gift cards for other places. A number of the women in our program, our mentor program, have small little ones. And we try not to get them dependent on us, but we ask them what they can do to give back to someone else. And then we will give them a gift card for their serving someone else.
Oh, that's
And that
awesome.
helps with groceries, with diapers, with gas. Specifically, King Soopers gift card, there tend to be more gas stations related to King Soopers.
Okay.
So that they can use for any of those needs.
So $25
$25.
cards. Between all of you that are watching this video, I know we can help with that. So please reach out through the website. If you have any questions, reach out to us. You can make comments in the below if you have any comments, or send us a direct message. Thank you for watching. Remember, this time of year is amazing. Everyone's giving. You can always do that year round. It doesn't need to be around just the holiday season. So thanks again, Jason Daniels of Finch, Gable Real Estate, and Suze with Reclaiming Hope. Thank you for watching, and we're excited to see what you can do.
Thank you.